Hi, I would like to talk just briefly about Toastmasters International and the huge part it has played in my life over the last half century. I can recall being invited by a brother-in-law to attend Parramatta Toastmasters Club way back in 1970. I was absolutely terrified of public speaking in those days, but I was assured that I wouldn't have to say anything. I could just sit in and enjoy. Well, I went along, and it was an all-male bastion in those days, businessmen, mostly about 10 to 15 years older than me. And they were so friendly, so inviting. And of course, I was tricked into giving a table topic. And I did so well, and they were so lavish in their praise that I thought, I'll go back again. So I was invited back by my brother-in-law the second time and gave another good table topic. Both times, as I recall it, I won table topic of the night. Well, what does that do to a person who's afraid of public speaking? Wow, I just swelled with pride. But as things happened, I couldn't actually join that club, and I moved to New Zealand and was in a job where I couldn't join a Toastmaster club for the next 15 months. But then I did join, and once again, in New Zealand, a club called Takapuna Club, all businessmen, all male dominated in those days, but very friendly. So I joined that club, stayed with it, got on the committee as the secretary, joined their debating team, really enjoyed the time I was with them, and then moved back to Australia, where I joined the first club I'd ever been to, Parramatta Club. That was the beginning. I left for a little while due to work engagements and shift work, but once again I was back in 1980, and it was there that I really grew as a Toastmaster, in those 1980s. One of the requirements in those days was to become an ATM, and what I'm talking about here is an able Toastmaster. This is before we had such things as Advanced Toastmaster, Bronze, Silver and Gold. There were only 3 actual notches. One was to become a competent Toastmaster, CTM. The next one was an ATM, Able Toastmaster, and finally Distinguished Toastmaster. The jump from competent Toastmaster to able Toastmaster was a big one. It required the usual things of serving on the committee, helping run a speechcraft and all that type of thing. But also, it required going outside of the Toastmasters environment and bringing back evidence that you'd spoken to 5 organisations outside of the Toastmasters environment, completely outside, not another Toastmaster club, something like Rotary or Lions, service club of some sort, generally. So I went outside, thoroughly enjoyed it, loved it. And this kept me going outside for years. And at this stage I've done, I think, 911 guest speaker appearances outside of Toastmasters. So in other words, it's really helped me that way. But in Toastmasters, such a good, happy family. Nearly all my friends, I guess I could say, are Toastmasters. And Toastmasters who have been Toastmasters for a long time. 10, 20, 30 years or more. I know one Toastmaster who's in the club I'm in at the moment, who joined Toastmasters before I did, and he's still in Parramatta Club. Over 50 years in the same club. And I regard him as someone I look up to and gain knowledge from each time I hear him present. The Toastmaster journey, it never ends. People like me and others go out feet first. You keep on growing in Toastmasters and you grow among friends, companions, and you enjoy the journey. So if you're a Toastmaster just joining, remember, it will change your life and it will change it for the better. Stay in Toastmasters. It'll be the best thing that you've ever done as far as your personal growth is concerned.